Hi. I've been thinking a lot about golf instruction and the topic of method teaching. And for some reason, method teaching has gotten this negative aspect to it. I'm a method teacher, so it's negative. You can't be a method teacher. You've got to be just a teacher. And I'm kind of confused by that because I think all great teachers are method teachers. I really believe that. They have a framework to work within. And that framework allows them to take what the student has and makes it better. It's kind of confusing to me about that. Why would someone be a method teacher and that be a bad thing? I have people say, Brad, I'm not a method teacher. I take what the student has and makes it better. Well, so do I. Every great teacher does that. They take what the student has and they make it better. They improve what the student's doing based on their framework. And it really doesn't matter what the method is. It really doesn't matter as long as, here's the key element, if it improves what the golf ball does. And that's the true essence of teaching. To get the golf ball to do something better, do it more often, and for the bad shots not to be so bad. That's the essence of teaching. Taking the ball flight, ball roll, the putt, the chip, the pitch, the full swing, the bunker shot, okay, and make the golf ball do something better, do it more often, and for the bad shots not to be so bad. I think John Jacobs was kind of the father of this thinking. At the time when he was teaching, a lot of guys were trying to fix golf swings. He wanted to fix the ball flight. So he always started with ball flight and backed up to impact, found out what's going on in impact, and then back up from there, try to fix the path of the club, the path of the face, and fix that, and then fix what the body's doing to help that club and club face travel on a better path to improve that impact, which improved the ball flight. But it always backed up, which I think was a brilliant idea. Very different. Groundbreaking at the time. Not so groundbreaking now, because a lot of guys I think do that. The great ones do that. Butch Harmon, Hank Haney, David Ledbetter. I think those guys work on improving what the golf ball does, and that's the role, I think, of every great golf instructor. That's the role of every golf instructor, but it's definitely what the great teachers are doing. I do it that way. And so as a result, when my student leaves the tee, their ball flight, their putt, their chip, their bunker shot, they're all doing something better. Because I'm always concerned about the improvement the golf ball does. But here's the deal. I used to do some teaching at Detroit Golf Club. And we had a Sports Illustrated golf school we did up there. We had 3 areas. We had full swing, pitching, and putting. We'd have like 6 or 7 guys in each group and they'd rotate every 2 hours. So there's a guy teaching the full swing, and he's got a guy who's slicing it pretty bad. So he gives him one of these grips, those Yamaha grips. The right hand goes way to the right, left hand goes way to the right. Very strong grip. And with a 7-iron on a tee, this guy started striping it. I mean, hitting these wonderful, nice, high, towering draws, and this guy's loving life. He is the happiest guy in the world because he's been slicing it for his entire life. So Jim was a great golf instructor. Had really helped him. With a 7-iron on a tee. So 2 hours are up, rotate, and I'm doing pitching. So he comes over to me. He's got that grip, and he wants me to help him hit a high, lofted pitch shot over a bunker onto a down sloping green and make the golf ball stop on the green. I'm dead. I haven't got a shot. So I suck as a teacher because I couldn't help this guy. So I made a pact right then and there that I was never going to give someone a piece of information that would help one part of their golf game and destroy another part. It should work well from driver to wedge. The actual full swing type of motion, and I call a pitch shot the beginning of a full swing. It should help all of it, from driver all the way to wedge. Chipping's a little different, putting's a little different, bunker game's a little different, but I don't want to help one part and destroy another, because that guy couldn't hit a driver with that grip. He couldn't pitch it in the ocean, and his bunker game, he was dead. He got a shot. So I think it's important that when you do try to fix ball flight, you don't help one part and destroy another. In my lessons, I always have people hit some pitch shots, some mid-irons, and some drivers. I want to see all of them. And I think all of them will get better based on what I give them as far as the information. And I'm working within my framework again. So if you're trying to improve a part of their swing and just fixing a part of their swing, their elbow's too much out, needs to be more in. But would that change the ball flight? So when I give a lesson, again, I back up and find out what's going on in impact to cause that ball flight, and then I find out the one or two things that are really hurting that impact and trying to fix that. I definitely work a lot on how the club travels and how the club face travels, because last time I checked, the club face hit the golf ball. So I'm very concerned about how it travels, the path or plane that it travels on. Now I might have to back up one more time and try to fix what the body does to help that club. But again, my goal, my real emphasis is I've got to see some change in the ball flight. Not by giving them band-aid remedies, by actually fixing the problem, finding the root cause of the problem and fixing it, and that would change the ball flight. Now, if it doesn't get better, someone's teaching it doesn't get better, the ball flight or the ball roll, I think one of three things have happened. One, okay, the student doesn't understand the information. They're not quite sure what you're trying to tell them. Two, they can't physically do it. Or three, the information is not correct. Those are the three reasons why someone doesn't improve. One, they don't understand what you're talking about. So you got to be more clear and communicate well with them. All great instructors are great communicators. Two, they can't physically do it. Well, I got two options there. I can work around it, or I need to have them go see someone that can fix a limitation. A physical therapist, an expert on how the body moves. Now I do assessments on help me understand what they can and can't do physically, but I've got to send them to somebody who knows what they're talking about as far as fixing it. And then three, the information just isn't correct. It's not helping. It's bad information. And people say, well, who are you to say it's bad information? If it doesn't fix the ball flight, it's bad. I mean, it's simple as that. Doesn't get any more complicated than that. Because I think they try to work more on what the body's doing in terms of, not correct, legs aren't wide enough, whatever it is. They haven't found the root cause of the problem. I think it should change right away. The ball flight should improve right away. Right away. Absolutely. When someone says, Brad, golfers aren't improving as a whole. Mine are. All great instructors are improving their students because they worry about fixing what the golf ball does. If that student leaves my tee hitting it better, ball flight's better. If they leave my tee putting it better. If they leave my tee hitting a better bunker shot as far as ball flight, is what the ball does, they're going to be loving life. They're happy. They want to play more because they're hitting it better. They want to spend more time with the club because they're doing something better with the ball. The ball's doing something better, it's doing it more often, and the bad shots aren't so bad. So all great teachers have this framework to work within, and they take what the student has, work within the framework, fix what they need to fix to help the golf ball do something better, which means they're actually fixing impact. And again, they're backing up and find the root cause to help that impact be better and the ball flight's better. When someone comes to me and says, Brad, I'm not a method teacher. I said, okay, well, what do you mean by that? Well, I'll take what the student has and make it better. Well, everybody does it. Every good teacher does that. But they have a framework to work within. If you're taking what the student has and teaching the latest issue of Golf Digest, you have no consistency to your teaching. You're all over the place. That creates confusion. That creates doubt. It creates bad results. There's your problem with people, the reason why people aren't improving. You've got people out there teaching stuff that has no consistency to it. If someone comes to me for a lesson, I tell you what, they know what I'm talking about. They know it. And the next time they come back for the lesson, we're still on the same page. Next time, we're on the same page. Next time, same page. We're always working towards a goal, but it's not all over the place. It's got some consistency to it. It's got a road. And we're on this road, we just got to stay on the road. I don't want to take any detours. So I think it's important that when you help someone, from my point of view, is it's always got to be about the ball flight, the ball roll, the pitch, the bunker shot. You've got to fix what the golf ball does. If you do that, you're going to have some pretty happy students, some pretty happy people. So, in a nutshell, I have a philosophy that I teach around, a framework that I work within. And from that framework, I take what I've got in front of me and improve what they've got by fixing the ball flight and always backing up to solve the problem. Ball flight, impact, downswing, backswing, address. Finding the root cause of the problem and then going from there and making them very well understood. It's very well understood by them what we're doing. They're very, very, very assured that they know what we're trying to do here. Just my 2 cents. Thanks.